There's something that has Aussies pissed, and of course Brits are also collectively pissed, and it's that Prince William and Princess Catherine are set to make a major Royal Australia tour announcement after Prime Minister Anthony Albanese extended a historic invitation. People are like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? We're trying to get this to work, not to go to another vacation. That, this screams vacation. It's like you're telling them, hey, there's another vacation, come to Australia. And people are like, why would you do that? We're literally getting these two grifters to work. And you're out here handing out free vacations. What is wrong with you? Because they will accept. Knowing those two, they're going to accept. People are like, wait, they're going to accept or they're going to bring their kids along. Yeah, Harry made them so, exhausted. Harry in UK made them so tired and they couldn't keep up. So they need to relax. They're known to vacation. And you have the Australian Prime Minister out here handing out free vacations. Like, what is wrong with you? Then Aussies are like, why? What? There's so much going on. Why? Who cares? Who cares? Then you have Brits who are pissed, like, oh, okay, again, our taxpayers' money. Like, what's going on? What is going on? Then also, in light of that, you have a resurfaced clip. Like, you can have a look at this clip. Again, guys, it's an old clip. I know. There are people who, even if when I say it's resurfaced, they'll come in my comments saying it's an old clip. I know it's an old clip, but it has resurfaced and it's making rounds on the internet, and it's how William is brushing off Kate. And the internet is like, this man has always been a bully. The way he's been bullying people, the way he's so jealous of his brother, you can just see from that video. I mean, people can't stand Kate too, but they're like, oh, this just shows. And it just shows William cannot stand this woman. They try so hard to prove that they are a unit, that they love one another, but it always backfires. It's just like, no, you're doing too much. Stop. We're not buying it. And I think William is the one who's so sick and tired of everything, because I think he's usually told, like, act cute, share some snippets of video. Then he forgets that, and then his true colors just show. It's like, I don't want you touching me. Why are you touching me? Stop. So, of course, people are roasting that clip in light of William being dragged. He's being dragged for, being a coward, licking against Harry, then blaming Harry for it. Just because Harry was in UK and Harry met Charles and Harry did amazing. To a point, UK media was begging for him to come back. So Harry's visit has this man spiraling for weeks. The way he's so hell-bent on doing everything in his power to sabotage Harry, reconciliation with his dad. He knows how Harry has been vocal about having that reconciliation and how he wants, to put his father as a priority starting next year. Harry is a good man. He genuinely cares about his dad, even though I don't think his dad is deserving of it. But, I love Harry and I trust his judgment. And it just speaks volume of who he is as a son. He just genuinely wants to, be there for his father. That's his only living parent. Then you have another son who's constantly briefing, how his reign is going to be like once he's king. You'd think the father will see where, the one that loves him, but no, he still chooses to side with the other idiot, right? So that's another thing. So Aussies have been dragging him, and then that video. Then also, here's another thing. So Prince William and Kate's Forest Lodge move has cut off access to a huge park. The UK media is pissed. I've seen this story making rounds. Like, that lounge has cut off access to a huge park, and people are like, well, she wants to hug the trees alone. That's why she's cutting access to that park. She wants to be the only one hugging trees, being one with nature. The way you guys constantly roast Kate is so funny. It's so funny. And a similar thing happened with Meghan and Harry with Frogmore, where people kept accusing them of doing that, and it was a huge thing with the media. The media kept saying, how dare you, what is wrong with you, but when it's Kate and William, they're quiet. It's crickets. The UK media is acting like, oh no. If this were Harry and Meghan, you know how the tabloids will will go on and on saying how they're so selfish, how that is so wrong, why would you do that? But if it's Mumbles and William, they act like they don't know. I mean, just shows you everything. And the way right now the UK media is gaslighting the public, and they're putting all these articles blaming Harry, saying Harry is the leak, or Charles is saddened and perplexed that Harry will say there's a sabotage attempt from the palace to, stop the reconciliation process between him and Harry. It's like, what? That just, they're trying to get the heat off Fergie, because remember, there's a huge scandal where Fergie is involved in it, with Epstein. So they're now like, okay, let's just flood the internet with as many stories, Harry and Meghan stories as we can get, to take the heat off Fergie. And these people are just cowards and disgusting. When it comes to journalism in the UK, it died a long time ago. And I've seen people on the internet saying, don't ever believe any journalist in the UK, because what happened to ethics? What happened to integrity? These people have none of that. It's just like, who's going to pay them the most amount of money? Sellouts. Anyway, guys, I have comments on both those three stories. Let me just get to it. So you have, sorry. Let me get to it. Let me start with the video. You have Prince Mark says, lol, poor weighty kitty. Willie said, stop it. Only Jason Off or Simon Case can hit me there. Ooh, the embarrassment. People feel like she was touching William's bum bum. Everyone says, I don't like either of them, but it's sad that neither really shows partnership, love, joy, calm with other ever. The random smiles at events don't make for much. Rather, they seem either awkward or gaudy. At 43 years old, you'd have hoped for more in your life, surely. China says, William is a effing bully. They both deserve each other. Joy says, my husband wouldn't be pleased with me groping his ass at a public engagement. Very true. Leslie says, when he can't take out what they have, he's just enduring. Colback says, you can tell by her reaction exactly what that look meant. This was same year leading up to the breakdown and disappearance. Sophie says, so this is in regards to the Prime Minister inviting William and Mumbles to Australia. Satanic globalist PE family isn't welcome. These are from Aussies. Physics says, wasting taxpayers' money. But Winston says, if royal grifters Kate and William want to visit Australia, then they should pay their own way. There are more important things for taxpayers to fund. Her Royal Camilla says, so let me get this straight. The Australian Prime Minister, who calls himself a Republican, who promised a Republican referendum if elected, has changed his mind and asked William and his lazy wife Kate to do a royal tour of Australia. Every Australian Republican should be embarrassed today. D says, is that the Prince of Begging? Push says, free holidays pay by the plebs. John says, really? We have hundreds of thousands of Australians homeless, highest power prices in the world, and we're wasting money on royal state visits. No confidence in the current government. Jenny says, don't bother, F off. Pokey says, full fake royal tour coming soon. Zen says, how many people actually still care about this family? It's surely in decline. That Mountain is like, no, thanks. Alex says, he must think the waltzes would actually work. That would interfere with their multi-month holidays. Unless he can get Harry and Meghan down there, then Willie and Kate are on the next flight. So guys, and then in light of I have a few comments in light of them blocking way to the park. You have Daphne says, so she can hug her trees in private. You guys are crazy. Harrell says, couldn't be me. I will be demanding a refund post haste, and if they had a problem with it, they can ask Mumbles, and we're going to pay for that exclusivity in that portion of the park. And that's Evie says, remember a story where they attacked the Sussex for this very thing with Frogmore Cottage. The truth was the Sussex never did it. The papers lied. But these two actually do it, and now it's reasonable to prevent the public access to something they long had access to. Lola says, okay, I see what's going on here. The Harry Charles story was probably given to bury this story. Harry ruined their plans. They Welses are trying too hard to be relatable. Wild says, at the very least, these people should get a refund. Absolutely. So let me know what you think about this, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm your Wild. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.